sitting front or opposite of the treasury, because Temple of Solomon, certain place there was a treasury. But what's funny about that, the Bible said that people that used to make their donation or put their money, it was mainly made out of metals, regardless, gold, silver, or maybe coppers. So they used to make the box of the treasury from metal also. So when anybody make donation, so that used to make a huge noise. So it was kind of rewarding to those who donate, because when they put their money, that money used to make noise or sounds, so everybody noticed that this person donate certain amount. But imagine if that person, he donate a lot of money, so the sound will keep coming, and he will feel so good that everybody hear that he donate. But Jesus, he want to change that idea. So when he was sitting front or opposite of that place, he saw a couple rich men, they were donating or putting a lot of money. Unlike there was a widow, a woman, poor lady, she had only 2 coins or 2 pennies. And she went and she put it there. Then Jesus praised that lady for her generous giving, because he said, this lady, she put all the things that she has, but those rich people, they only put out of their abundance, which is only a little bit out of what they had. So Jesus, he blessed that woman for not making noise to bring attention people to her donation, number 1, and number 2, when she gave from all her heart. She gave out of her living. So she was really in need, but even though when she came to the house of the Lord, she gave everything. That actually reminded me a story. One day I was in Egypt. I was waiting, a friend of mine, he was going to do some shopping, and the weather was so hot and so humid. So I was in my car, I turned the AC on, and I was waiting for him. He got actually late for an hour, and I was waiting. So I was a little bit mad at him, why he leaving me that much there. Instead, I could benefit from that time, praying, maybe calling people to check on them. But sometimes we allow the evil one to come and to actually control us. In Egypt, there is a lot of poor people over there. So whenever they see Abuna, they go, Abuna, please, we have need, can you help us? My son, he has whatever, my daughter, my husband, myself, please, can you help Abuna? So that sometimes actually it's bothering, especially if we don't have money. And it happened a couple times with me. They came and had no money. So I was actually in not good position, and also they felt so bad, and I felt so bad. So I saw one of the ladies, it was around maybe 60s, and she was wearing the traditional people who came from the village. So I know right away, she's not from Cairo. When I saw her, she was coming to me, I said, oh my gosh, she's coming to ask. And I was already mad, so I wasn't ready actually to give or to help. So she was knocking the door, I just said like this, I even didn't bother myself to talk to her. But she was crying, she said, please, just 1 second. So I opened the windows like this, I said, what do you want? I was so angry. She said, you are Abuna? I said, yes, can't you see I am Abuna? She said, thank God. You serve at Virgin Mary Church? I said, wow. She knows. I said, yeah, my church, our church in Egypt, name is Virgin Mary. She said, oh, thank you, God, thank you, Mary. I said, why are you doing like this? She said, I have been keeping money for the last 3 months out of my income Every time, whatever I make, I take 10%. And I made like a vow that I will give it to Virgin Mary. So when I saw you, I felt like you are there. So would you please take the money from me? I felt so embarrassing. And I asked her, I'm not from here. I'm from different church. I'm Syrian Orthodox. She said, I don't care, Abuna. As long as you serve Church of Virgin Mary, that was my wish, to give the money to Virgin Mary. And she was so happy. That money actually, I expected gonna be like couple, dollars. It's not dollars, Guinea in their money. But when I opened that money, it was a big amount. It was 500. And my salary was at that time 500. So can you imagine how much she gave me, that poor lady? She gave me a lot of money. So that lady, she taught me too many things. Number one, when we have to give with love. We have to insist of giving. We have to give no matter what. A lot of time we go to the church. If I don't like the Abuna, I won't give the money. This church, I don't like it, I won't give the money. Those people who are at the board or whatever they serve in the church, they don't deserve it, I won't give the money. And we make condition to give blessing, that amount of money we give it, we're going to receive blessing because of giving this money. Not the church. I want to tell you, the church does not need us. God does not need us. We need Him. We need to be in His house. We need to serve Him. We need to honor Him. We need to thank Him. But if we don't do it from our heart, unfortunately, we lose two things. We lose the money, and we lose the blessing that maybe we receive it from donating this money, because we don't give it from our heart. The Bible says something very important in the book of Acts, that Jesus said Himself, it's more blessed to give than to receive. We have to understand, when we give to the church, we receive a blessing more than we should expect to receive from the church things. Because when we give in order the mission of the church, the doors of the church to be open. So people would come to the church and be blessed and receive the word of God. So that's why Jesus here, He was actually praising and thanking that lady, because when she gave out of her actually need. She didn't give the leftover. Unlike all of us, when we give actually the leftover. We have to think deeply about these issues, because when it comes to money, to financial, we all struggles. We all think 10 times, not only twice, before we make donation. I'm not saying that, by the way, to ask you to donate money more to the church, but I'm just trying to explain what God wants us to know, what the teaching of the Bible for the giving, and how much this giving is important. And when we give, we are not talking only about money. We should think about be generous, giving time to pray, giving time to come to the church, giving time to read the Bible. This is also very important, to be generous in our time that we offer to God in order to pray and to ask Him and to be with Him. This is also, it's a giving. To be generous in forgiving others. A lot of time we have bad feeling toward people who hurt us, and we don't know, or it's very hard for us to forgive those people. Be generous like Jesus was generous with you when He put His life on the cross, and He died while we were sinners. He died for us, not because we are good, and He forgave us. So also, we should be generous, forgive all those people who maybe sinned or made things against us, Not because they deserve, but because Jesus forgave me first, and I should forgive also. We should be generous by expressing our emotion, especially to the family. It's very important, especially between the husband and the wife, to express their emotion, expressing their love. Don't be greedy. A lot, especially the ladies, they suffer from this problem. They came to me, Abuna, my husband does not know to say, I love you. But he works hard for you. She said, yes, I know. But he knows nothing if he says, he loves me. Be generous. Express your emotion to your children. There was a study I was reading the other day that the children who receive from their parents more than 3 kisses a day and more than 5 times word I love you, they are smarter than the other kids who does not receive 30%. Be generous with your kids for your own benefit, not for anybody else. So when Jesus here was talking about the giving, he wasn't talking actually about only the money. He was talking just to be generous. Because God, he was so generous when he said his only begotten Son to die for us. So also we as a Christian, if we want to be like our God, we have actually to be generous. And by the way, God, he's never ever do care about how much we give, but he does care about the way that we give. Is it from our heart? Is it because we love to give, or because it's like an obligation that we have to? Let's be generous with God, with the houses of God, with people around us, with our family, in different kind of aspect. And by the way, the giving, it's one of the judgment thing. Because Jesus, one time, he was teaching also his disciples in book of Matthew, chapter 25. You can go home later and read these verses and try to actually read it patiently and see what God he said. He said one time that he was talking about the last days or the judgment. He said the good shepherd one day will come and he will actually separate the sheep from the goats. And the sheep will be set on the right hand of the Father and the goats on the left, which is heaven and hell. And then he continues saying something very important. He said, those they are on the right side. They will ask him, Lord, why you put us on the right side? He said, because I was hungry and you gave me food. And I was thirsty and you gave me to drink. And I was naked and you clothed me. And I was in the prison and you come to visit me. And I was sick and you checked on me. So because they gave, not because actually they were maybe that good people, but because they believe in God. And that faith, they express it by giving money, love, care to all the people and to the church. So Jesus, he said, because you did all that good things you give from your heart, so you will be set on my right side. So I encourage you, dear brothers and sisters, be generous with the church, with your family, with yourself, with people around you. Because one time God will reward you because of your love, your generosity when you give and when you put your hand to help others and when you forgive others, when you give more time to spend it with God, and when you help the poor and the needy people. May God bless you all, and I ask you from all my heart to ask God to give you this talent, because to give, it's a gift from God. Not everybody has it. But if you pray for it from all your heart, God will make you able to to be generous and to know how to give. May God bless you all. بشمودابو ودبرو وتروحي وخديشو حاضلوه وشاريرو. آمين.